Hello, everyone. For anyone just joining into the series, I'm Tom Whitedford, Seminarian for the Diocese of Erie, studying down at St. Mary's Seminary, and I am talking about life in the seminary. In this way, it's to kind of give an idea of what's going on down here, what we're about. Today, I am going to be talking about human formation and spiritual direction, and the place that that has within human formation. So, human formation is pretty much oriented around helping the young man who's in seminary to become more the man that he is called to be by God. Basically, it's forming the humanness which is present within each young man who's studying in seminary, and forming that, helping them to mature into the man that the priest is called to be. And that can take place through a multitude of different avenues. One of them is through living in community. For those of you who have a large family, you will understand what this is like. Only the difference is you are living as brothers with a bunch of people who don't always share your particular background. And this can cause a lot of tensions to come out. And what it does is it helps you to learn how to love the other individual as they are, how to adjust to situations where your thought is not the dominant one, and that type of thing. Basically, helping you to mature to be able to live in a parish and work as the pastor of a parish. So living in community is one way that this happens. Another one is learning obedience to the superiors of the house, the rector, the vice rector, the other faculty who are present. That obedience helps you in growing in your obedience to your other legitimate superiors, like your bishop, who is your primary superior. So again, that life with faculty, excuse me, that obedience to faculty helps to form you as a human person, learning how to live not as the ruler of your own little kingdom, but present as you would be within the church. And kind of the last one that I wanted to address that helps with this human formation is spiritual direction. Now, whenever you toss the word spiritual in, normally people think, oh, this is just helping you to process spiritual things. While this is true, there is a fair amount of human formation that goes on, because as you grow closer and closer to God, you are shown by God all of the different places where you have yet to grow in order to draw closer to Him. So it's necessary to get these human issues taken care of, resolved, addressed, so that it frees you to draw closer and closer to God. So spiritual direction, a lot of these issues, a lot of these elements come out in spiritual direction because they manifest themselves in spiritual ways. So in spiritual direction, this is taken care of. Now, what is spiritual direction? Spiritual direction is something in a way like mentorship, where you meet with in the case of seminarians, where you meet with a priest, and you are completely open and honest in all things about what is going on in your life, in your spiritual journey, in the things that you're struggling with, completely open and honest, holding nothing back. And in doing so, it allows your spiritual director to help guide you along your path to God. Now, we always say in formation that the Holy Spirit is the primary spiritual director, and that your human spiritual director is just there to guide you. And there's a truth in that. The Holy Spirit is the one which is prompting you how to grow closer to God. Your human spiritual director helps you to discern what is the Holy Spirit and what is actually the devil trying to lead you away from God. So in this way, your spiritual director is incredibly important, because all of those things which you normally wouldn't say unless you have complete confidence in the individual, you can say to your spiritual director. Down here at St. Mary's, the spiritual director holds everything that is said in spiritual direction to be sacrosanct. He never speaks about it. to anyone. They hold it, the Sulpicians, who are the ones who run St. Mary's, hold it as basically the seal of confession. They can never betray it to anyone. And so this helps to foster that ability to be completely open, even with things which can be embarrassing, shameful, or things that you just don't want other people to know right away, so that you can process them before others know. So that spiritual direction and how it ties in with human formation, these are both incredibly important elements of formation for the priesthood. So all of that said, that'll be it for this week. Next week, I will be addressing, or actually halfway through this week, I will be addressing pastoral assignments and what role they play in the formation of a seminary. So thank you very much. We'll see you then.